In today's gospel, John chapter 5, Jesus' words are harsh. He says, "You do not want to come to me to have life. You do not accept me." This was Jesus' response to a crowd that was just outraged because Jesus had just healed a lame man on the Sabbath day. And even more outrageous was that Jesus referred to the Creator, the Almighty, the Heavenly Father as Father, Daddy, Abba, Papito. Outrageous. During these difficult times, we might feel outrage as well. And the question is, who are we turning to? Or what are we turning to? Or what false idols or molten calves are we turning to? Today we're invited to turn to God. Remember the Lenten calls to prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Today I invite us to consider almsgiving to our neighbor. They could be family members or housemates, having meaningful conversations with them, praying with them, doing random acts of kindness for them. They could be lonely neighbors who are vulnerable. Give them a phone call. Or they could be connecting with parishioners and friends from St. Camillus. There's been lots of connecting happening in St. Camillus these days via teleconferencing, WhatsApp, Zoom conferencing. For example, on Tuesday evening, I had the joy of attending a JPIC meeting, Zoom, online. And I tell you, we spoke about important topics, but for me personally, the most meaningful thing was seeing the faces of 16 people on my little computer screen who I haven't seen in about 2 weeks, who I'm very fond of. So 2 of them had puppies or a dog on their lap, so we got to meet pets as well. Well, Zoom and different teleconferencing has been happening all week. Our parish council, our peace circle, our men's group, AIM, also youth ministry. On Tuesday evening, the intercultural young adults had a Zoom sharing. On Friday night, FOG had a live rosary. Our newest youth group, the teen group in Langley Park, RISE, they viewed Netflix movies together and have been having reflections on them. Our ITIM middle schoolers shared videos for parents and kids to watch together and discuss. On Friday evening, our African and Latino prayer groups prayed online. My favorite story, SEBS, our basic ecclesial communities. Eddie Mayorga and his wife and 3 children had the Stations of the Cross in their apartment. They took homemade cards with the 14 stations that they created with crayon and magic marker. They taped them on their living room wall, and then the oldest son had his phone to record, and they live streamed a prayer Friday night at the Stations of the Cross. They have over 30 base communities. There are over 3,000 viewers praying the Stations of the Cross together. Today's password is connect. Put away our outrage and our idols and false gods and connect with our neighbor. Turn to God. Accept Jesus. Come to Jesus to experience the fullness of life. Yesterday, we celebrated the solemnity of the Annunciation, and Mary chose to be full of grace. What a marvelous decision. Every corner of the world permeates with God's grace, including our tight homes and apartments. Today, we are invited to choose to be full